안녕하세요 여러분, Korean Sanskrit입니다. Welcome back creators to your very own channel where you all Hallyu fans can come and learn more about the Korean culture. So it's a bit weird angle because I'm sitting on my bed with my blanket on and even a cushion behind my back in my most comfortable way because it's really cold. So I hope you guys understand, but even the lighting is like not that good. But in this video is gonna be on the GKSG application forms, how you should arrange your application, how you should fill the application form, and how you should present it, how you should submit it, all those things regarding the application forms I'm gonna talk in this video. So for that, I'm gonna present my screen and actually show you all how you should write and what you should write in each section and how things go around. So let's not waste time and already begin with the video. Okay, so this is the GKSG 2025 application form, which you'll find it on the Study in Korea website in the GKSG application notice. So if you check this application form, it's not much different than the 2024 GKSG application form. So let's begin. The first page is application checklist. So here you have to tick embassy track or university track. If you are going through the embassy track and selecting 3 universities, then you should tick the embassy track column. You can actually tick it directly as well, or if it is not possible, then you can insert the tick mark shape from here. So after choosing the embassy track or university track, the next thing is name of institution receiving the application. So here you should write the embassy name or the university name. So if you are going from the embassy track, then you should write the embassy name, and if you are going through the university track, you should write the university name. So the embassy name, if you are writing it, it should be in the official government, like it should be the official government name. Like it should not be Korean Embassy in India, but the entire name of the embassy, which is Embassy of Republic of Korea in Republic of India. So this entire thing should be written on the one single line. Okay, and for university track as well, the entire university name, the complete name should be written as it is. And for reference, check the university list. The name given in there should be used as it is in this form. Okay, so the next thing is applicant's full name, family name, given name, middle name. Your name should be written in the same format. So for writing the name, this name, whatever you will write here, the spellings and everything should exactly match with the name on your passport, because this name is going to be further enlisted as your Korean ARC name, as well as your bank account and your degree in Korea, and every official document in Korea will be issued with this name what you write here. So make sure that it is same as the passport. Okay, then in country of citizenship, you can just write India, Korea, like that, or Indian, Korean, anyways, both ways is okay. So let's go to the checklist. The first is application form. It is required for each applicant, masters, doctorals and research. And once you have ticked this form, like if it is required, then you should tick here. Okay, let's see the application form first and then come back to the checklist again. So this is the application form. Items marked in red box are required for all applicants. Delete all pink colored examples before submitting the application. All information must be typed in English only. One more thing is that this application form should be entirely digitally typed and not handwritten. So nothing in this form should be handwritten, not even the checkbox, except the sign, date and applicant's full name. Like these three things at the end of each form you will find it. These three things should be handwritten and the entire form should be typed digitally. So going to this embassy track, if you are from embassy track, you should select one of these. If you are like, most of them are general, and overseas Korean is for the Koreans living overseas, and this is for the Ukrainian applicants. So if you don't fit in these two categories, you're definitely the general and you should select only one. In university track, there are 3-4 types: general, RGKS, R&D and research. So select according to yours. I would suggest that for Indian applicants, general seats are only 4, so don't even risk going in via the general track in university track. Like if you are going through general, then it's hardly impossible like to get into your like preferred university. So better go with the RGKS track if you are going through the university track. Okay, and this is only for the international organization program, which is for the faculty members of the partner universities, something like that, which is not your important. So next is degree program to apply. Which degree you will be going to? You have to select only one, and this should be like if you are selected if you have done masters already, then you should select doctors. If you are done undergraduate, then you should select masters, like that. So most of them will be going for masters degree, so you select this. If you're going for a doctoral degree, then you should select this, and for the research you should select this. Now the desired field of study division. So in this, most of the time what happens is your major, if you are applying for embassy track, your major might be in humanities in one of the university, and it might be in social science in other of the university. So you can select it based on that, like like you can select all the options that you have your major in. Like for the first university you have your major in social science, for the second it is in liberal arts, and for the third it's in natural science. So you can select all these three, but for the university track students you should only select the major of your like major and the department of the like field which is mentioned in the university list. If you have the Excel university list, you should check which field does your desired major come in, and only select that. So the next thing is information of the applicant. Here same, you should write your family name, given name, middle name, and it should match the passport. And here you should get the photo and stick it 3 centimeter into 4 centimeter. Also, like when you are clicking your photo, it should be a new one which is not used anywhere else. Okay, and the second thing is, when you go to the photographer, make sure that you don't go to any shop, and you actually go to a photographer who knows how to deal with visas and stuff. So for that also, like you go and you tell them that you want a 3 centimeter by 4 centimeter photo, and they know the exact proportion of it, because like your shoulder should be seen only till here, and like there are many other things that come into that photo, like your entire body should not be visible, only till your shoulders, and there should be this much space above your head, and there are some dimensions that they know. So make sure that you go to a correct photographer for this. The second thing is date of birth. As mentioned earlier, like you should delete this pink part and write your birth date here in the given format, YYYYMMDD. The next thing is gender. You select your gender. Country of citizenship, you write your country's name entirely, Republic of India, Republic of Korea, like that. Then you might not have the Korean citizenship. Applicants' parents also might not have the Korean citizenship, like for most of them, most of the cases I'm talking about. So you select no here. Current previous GKS scholar, if you were, then you can select yes. If you weren't, then you can select no. Contact information, you should write the address on your passport or any official document. So it should be such a way that it gets verified as well. So it should match any of the official document that you are submitting. I would suggest that make it same as what it is written in the passport. Write your phone number along with the country code, and then your email address. Make sure that you give the email address which is most used, because you will be getting all the updates from GKS on this email ID only. So the choice of university, embassy track applicants can choose up to 3 different universities in any order or preference. However, choice one must be from type B university. Now, if you are choosing 2 type A and 1 type B, it's also fine. If you are choosing 1 type A and 2 type B, is also fine. and if you are choosing all type B is also fine, but if you aren't choosing any university from type B is not fine basically. So one should compulsory be from type B, and the other two can be A or can be B. So as mentioned earlier, the field of study can differ for every different university and major. So the thing is here, it should not, like whenever you're choosing your major, right, so it should not be drastically different, like you are applying for engineering in one university and you're applying for doctor in another university, like medicine in another university. It is not possible, right? You can apply for MBA in marketing, MBA in finance, like that. It should be like deferred a little bit, like the name of the major only gets changed. Like there are some university in which your desired major is called by some other name, and in other university it is called by other name. Like that, differences are okay, but no, there shouldn't be a lot drastic differences. So department and other optional, like the major within the department, these all information whatever you will write in all these columns and boxes should be exactly same as what it is in the university list. So for your choice of university, you write the exact name of the university, you write the field of division from that form, like what department have you chosen, the field of study of that department from the university list only, like the Excel sheet. And also if there are any other optional major, like for me it was like industrial and management engineering, the field of study was engineering, and the major was like supply chain, like that. There are some majors, so if you are interested in that, you can actually check out the majors under it on the university website itself. So for the university track there is no option, but you can only like choose one university. And again I am saying that for at least for Indian citizens, I would suggest not to go for type A and go for RGKS in university track. For language ability, the students who have taken the topic test can select their level of topic and the date, and like which topic they appeared for. They can write it as per this example. You have to delete this pink letter and you should write what is your uh, like at which topic you took the topic test and what was the date. As well as for English proficiency test, you select only one of these or two of these or whichever exam you gave. So if I gave IELTS, I'll select this and I'll write my score here. Level of education, this is high school program required for all of the applicants. So this is like the 11th and 12th grade marks. You should write your exact high school name here, the location, country, and year of graduation. That's it. But for bachelor's degree, you write a lot of other information like your university name. So for example, a lot of people, it might differ. Like for me, my college was under Mumbai University, so I should write Mumbai University there. But my in Mumbai University, like there are a lot of colleges, right? So what I did was I wrote Mumbai University here. Let me show y'all. uh, Mumbai University, and then in bracket I wrote my college's name, like that. So you can do the same. If your college comes under a big university, you can write it in the same format. For location, the country, what major you were in, your field and major name. Graduation date, you write YYYYMMDD format, and it should be the date on your degree certificate. So for those who haven't received your degree certificate yet, if you have to get the expected graduation certificate, in any case on the expected graduation certificate, the day of your degree, like the day of your graduation ceremony should be written. So that date should be mentioned here. Okay, then degree thesis title. So let me clear one thing, that this thesis what they are talking about is way too different from the projects or the final year black book project what we do in our undergraduate in most of the Indian universities. So if you haven't done exact thesis, then I would suggest that don't write anything here, not even the final year project. And published books and research paper, if you have any, you should write it. Same goes for masters and doctoral degree. You should write all the columns here. And then for the CGPA part of the previous degree program, okay, here you should write your original CGPA which is in your transcript. So you should mention the CGPA in the original scale here, and then the converted CGPA should and then the converted CGPA, if it is whether from the university or the Scholar app or anything, the converted one should be mentioned here. And then if your university has provided you percentage, well and good, you should write it as it is in this column. But if your university hasn't provided percentage, then whatever percentage whatever CGPA you write here, the converted CGPA, you should check the equivalent percentage through the appendix, in the appendix, like the conversion table available in the guidelines. So you can directly pick the percentage from there, equivalent percentage, and write it here. This is like the transcript, whatever grades you have in your academic transcript. So you can write it here. Like if your CGPA was out of 10, I'm so sorry. If your GPA was out of 10, then you can write it like 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, like that for each semester for 4 years. If your degree was only for 3 years, then you can only utilize 3 years. If your degree was more than 4 years, then you can add more columns here. Previously received scholarship from Korean government or institution. If you were, then you should mention about it here. Oh, why is this happening? Okay, then you should mention about it here. And previous visits to Korea or currently residing in Korea. So if you did visit to Korea before the application recently, like any type, even if it was for tourist purpose, if it was for a concert, you should mention all those things, because those things would be there in your passport already, so they can like actually cross verify it. And then comes like this part where you should write it with your hand. All the other things you fill it digitally. This thing you should take a printout and then fill the these part, like your name, full name. This should be also in the family name, given name, and middle name format, and the date and signature. Now comes the personal statement. For personal statement, you should first read everything and then delete this box. You delete this box and then you put this box up, and then you write for 3 pages as the limit is 3 pages. You can also write for 2 pages or 2.5, but I would suggest that if they have given the limit of 3 pages, then you should utilize all those 3 pages to write maximum things about yourself. So please type in Korean or English. I would suggest that go with English if your Korean is not that good. So, and the essay must be single spaced. So most of the time what happens if you go with the text thing. So here it is, I don't know how to do it on the the MacBook application, but in Google Docs I could have shown it to you from the Google Docs. But if you go, there is like a spacing between the sentences, like the spacing between okay, this spacing between the sentences, it is usually 1.5, which you have to put it to 1 and then write your entire personal statement like that. And also like new Times New Roman and 11 size, you can actually like this is the most standard size where most of the letters are written. So you can include the following points in your essay and delete the instruction, like you have to delete this entire box. So for personal statement, I'll make another video for personal statement as well as for study plan, so I won't include it in this. So if you have written your personal statement, it's really good, but I would suggest that you go through all these points. You also make someone else read your personal statement to find out if it is boring or somewhere, because you have been writing that personal statement since for a long time, and then it might be very useful, like you just know which sentence come after what sentence. But for a person reading it for the first time, it would like really be the first impression for that person. So let others read your personal statement and try to find any mistake or something that you can improve, or give it to some teacher to make sure like it looks good, and like if it is not boring. So just make some things clear about your personal statement and study plan. And if you want your personal statement or study plan checked, you can also DM me your personal statement or study plan through Instagram. I'll link my Instagram in the bio, in the description of this video. So yeah, I'll try to help all of you who approach me in best way possible. So for the study plan as well, you have to remove this entire box and write for 3 pages in the same format. So coming back to the checklist, we have now completed 1, 2 and 3. So you can just tick mark these 3. Research proposal is only for the research applicants and not for masters and doctoral. So if you are a research applicant, then you can write it same, it is like the same format, just you can like write about all these topics, like use these topics to and include these topics in your research proposal. The rest format is same as personal statement and study plan. Let's move on to the recommendation letter. So for this recommendation letter, you print this form out. While printing this form, you should delete these instructions, and you can instead show a soft copy to your professor and ask him and like explain him how this form is filled. So he should fill this form digitally, and if possible you can fill this form yourself as well, because it is just the like information about your professor. So if you give him like, if you feed him this form, like directly give him everything ready, so he just have to write the recommendation letter for you. So you can actually do all these things yourself, but show the instructions and everything written over here to the professor, and get it get the recommendation letter written from him in the same format. Okay, but make sure that you delete all these boxes, this 1 and 2, before giving the form 5 to your professor. Also like tell him this, also show him this instructions, and you, after showing it to him, you can delete it and then make a printout. Okay, I guess it was really confusing. Let me tell you again. 1, 2 and 3, all these 3 boxes you can delete it. I would suggest delete these 2 boxes and erase the context in this box, and ask your professor to write here box that LOR is attached with along with this form, instead of deleting the entire form, and just make a slash all over this entire box, so no one uses it, no one misuses the other space in the box. Okay, so one single line, LOR attached with this form, and then a slash. Why am I saying this to you? Because it would be really great if you tell your professor to write an LOR for you on the college letterhead instead of writing in here, because the format gets changed when you print, or there might be some things like when you go from this application to some other application, the format gets changed. So the entire LOR format might fluctuate. So I would suggest that not to give this, just the recommendations, date and sign, you put it on the same page, one single page. Like once you delete this box, that will obviously go up. So make one single form of this and give it to your professor, fill it and give it to your professor, and then ask him to make a printout, and then attach the LOR, like the LOR written by your professor. Like it should be done by him, because you can't see the LOR, right? So tell him to attach the LOR written on the, like printed on the letterhead of the college, and attach it with this form using a paper pin, and put it in an envelope, A4 size envelope. Give it to him. You provide him the envelope. You also tell him like where to stamp. See, I told you all in the last video, it should be like stamp on the big flap, then there is a straight line, there should be a stamp here, and then there is a small flap here, then there should be a sign here as well, like stamp, 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 and sign, 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 like that. Yeah. And there is a very big confusion going on for this year's recommendation letter, which is like, it is written in the guidelines that the recommendation letter should be sent directly to the embassy or the university, but this made the confusion that whether the professors should send it directly to embassy or university and not you be sending it along with your application form. But I don't think that is the case, and that is what they want to talk about. See, if you see here, they have written that applicants should submit all four sets of applications for their screening. If the applicant you are recommending is an embassy track applicant, please make 3 additional copies of your letter and sign all 4 letters respectively. Please enclose all 4 letters and this form all together in an envelope and sign across the back flap before returning it back to the applicant. Wait, how do I show you all this? Okay. It is clearly written that before returning it back to the applicant. So I guess by the guidelines they mean that directly is by gluing and packing it and not showing it to the student and directly inserting it into the application, and then the application is sent by the student to embassy or university. I hope it means like that, but I suggest you all to still email need, and or on the Study in Korea website there is a blog kind of thing where you can put in questions, so ask there and try to clarify this. But I 99% feel that it is not a professor sending it directly to the embassy or university, because that would create a lot of confusion. They have to put your LOR along with your application together and then send it to need, so it would be a big fuss there. So I feel that the directly mentioned in that notice means that the professor should make the entire LOR ready, stick it in the envelope, and then give it to the applicant. Okay, for embassy track it is written that 4 letters and this form all together in one envelope. But what I did was I made 4 different envelopes for this, because it would be much easier for the embassy to send it to different universities and different and the need. So, like, there are 4 sets, right? 3 universities and need. So embassy doesn't check the LOR, embassy doesn't open the LOR, so it would directly go to the need and 3 universities. So while sending this, the embassy can just send your package as it is to the universities and as well as to the embassy. So I would suggest it's make 4 copies of 4 recommendation form 5 and 4 LOR on the letterhead by our professor. So 2 pages in each envelope and get it signed and stamped. All these 4 envelopes go in different 4 sets. Okay, so that's how you can send it to make it more reliable and like more easy for them to sort out. The next is form 6, letter of invitation. So if we see in the checklist, where did the checklist go? Okay, yeah, the letter of invitation is only for the research program students, and the research program students, you should approach your university and professors to issue this letter of invitation for you, and then give them this form 6 and ask them to issue this letter of invitation especially for you, like only the research applicants. Okay. This is something new that has been added to the GKSG 2025 application form, which is the Korean language program exemption application. So if you already have this form is for applicants who are current university professors. So if you are already a professor applying to a department that offers 100% English instructions, Fill out this form if you wish to be exempted from the 1 year Korean language program prior to the degree program. So if you are a university professor and you wish to study in a university where your course is offered in 100% English, like my course is offered in my university in 100% English, but I'm not a professor. So if you are a professor and applying for a 100% English course, then you can actually be exempted from the 1 year Korean language program and not compulsory sit for that. Okay, because this year as well, like when I was a GK scholar, my friend is there who was a professor, and she has to give the sit for the Korean language program, the 1 year Korean language program. So I guess this year they have made it easier for the professors who are coming to learn and get a advanced degree in their desired field. So they can be exempted from the Korean language program. You just have to fill all these details over here, and I guess these are like very simple, which you can understand very well. Next is the Form 8, which is the GKSG applicant agreement. You should just tick all these boxes. You, even if you don't read, I would suggest you to read obviously, but you should tick all these boxes to be eligible for the scholarship. Okay, then there is personal medical assessment. This is very simple, like if you have any allergies, hypertension, diabetes, you just have to click yes or no, and if it is yes, then you just have to explain it in like one single sentence or so. Then there is Form 10, consent to collect and use personal information. In this is as well, you just have to tick agree, and then write your entire name. But make sure that you don't miss any single box anywhere, okay? Like in this form as well, if you're putting tick marks, just make sure that you have tick mark every option, because in like a rush you are just putting tick marks, you can actually skip one box. So make sure that that thing doesn't happen. Okay, so this was all about like form 1 to 10. Now is the main part: applicants' parents' proof of citizenship, bachelor's graduation certificate, bachelor's degree transcript, and same for masters and all. So in my previous video, I talked about what should be used as proof of citizenship and family relation document and graduation certificate, degree transcript, but I'll just say this in short again. So the proof of citizenship is the voter ID of your parents, both the parents. If not voter ID, if you have a passport, then it's well and good, because for the passport you can just take a colored printout and you don't have to apostille it. But if it is a voter ID, then you have to take a color printout again for both of your parents, and then get an apostille on the back side of the document. For the family relationship document, you should use the birth certificate, and for the graduation certificate, if you don't have your graduation certificate yet, you should attach your okay, that was my bottle. You should attach your expected degree certificate, and then the bachelor's degree transcript is your academic transcript. So make sure that you are giving the numberings correct. Okay, now if you are having any affidavit form, like for the birth certificate, if your birth certificate is in your regional language and you are actually getting it translated into English, so you get the apostille on the backside of the English translated birth certificate, and you also give the same number, 11 number, to that form as well. Okay, in the bachelor's graduation certificate and bachelor's degree transcript, the converted transcript also bears the same number, 12 dash. Okay, and you attach it with this. And then there is same for masters and doctoral. Certificate of employment is not for like masters and degree program, but only for professionals under research program. Okay, this is not required, this is not required, this is also not required. Certificates of employment or working experience is only for the international organization partner universities. So if you are a faculty member of one university and you are applying through GKS to the university which is a partner university in Korea, then only you have to submit this, or else there is no need to submit that. Then you have to attach your English proficiency test or topic, then comes the awards and certificates, and then the applicant's passport copy. This was all about the documents in application form. So now I'll tell you how to arrange this. So you see the personal statement and study plan have 3 pages each. So how do you put them together? You put these three together with one single paper clip. Now let me show you what kind of paper clip you have to use. You see, these kind of paper clips you have to use for attaching this. So you attach it with the personal statement, you attach it with the study plan, because these are like more than one paper, right? So you attach these paper clips wherever you think that these papers should go together. This is one set, like one set, I mean, this is a combo, or like just these papers should stick together, because you are not allowed to use a stapler for the application. Okay. So the next thing is, for the letter of recommendation, as said, the form 5 and the letter provided by your professor should go in one single envelope, and then all these 10 forms, like which makes the one single, like you can see there is a clear line. So all these 1 to 10 should also have a single, I'm so sorry, should also have a single paper clip. Okay, so all this from 1 to 10 should also have a single paper clip, and within that, for the personal statement and study plan also, you are putting paper clips. Okay, then comes the applicant's parents proof of citizenship. So parents proof of citizenship for mothers, fathers, and then birth certificate. For birth certificate, if you are having the translated and the original, then you should clip it with paper clip. Same goes for the degree transcript. Most of them might have like 8 pages degree transcript, then you should clip all these 8 pages with a paper clip. And the same thing for the grade converted transcript. If there are multiple pages, clip it with a paper clip. Then comes the awards and certificates. All the awards and certificates should also be clipped with single pin. If a paper clip is not working, attach two maybe, or maybe use another, like another bigger size of clip. But yeah, then comes the applicant's passport, which is a single page, so no need for that. Once you are done paper clipping all the documents, you put them all together, and then you use this pin. This particular pin, you use this pin to attach your entire one set of document, like entire one set that will go in one envelope. You should, like one envelope for one university, like that. All these sets you should attach with this one clip. Maybe you can put two to make your documents stay safe, but you should use this clip. Okay, then after that, in which envelope will you put your application? This is the envelope that you will put the application in. Okay, let me show. This is like a legal green cloth envelope. If you see inside, there is like a cloth linings and glue all over, like, and it is like a very firm and sturdy envelope, and which will not get tear in any cases. You have to cut it with a scissor, and it is not even easy to cut it with a scissor. So you should put your documents in this in order to not let your documents be damaged while it is sent via the post. Okay, so this is the envelope you use. For embassy track, since you are having like 4 different sets, you put your 4 sets in each envelope, like one set in one, second set in second. So like there are 4 different envelopes, and then all these envelopes you put it in a plastic folder, sturdy one. Yeah, like this folder, you put it in that, and you also write the address, embassy, and everything here, and then you submit it to the embassy. For university track, you can't use this kind of folder, because it won't be considered as an uh, like application to the university, like a, like the application form. It won't be considered, because for getting, and yeah, let me come to that topic first. Just keep in mind that the university track students can't use this type of plastic folder for sending it to the university. But for embassy, since there are 4 different sets, and you have to pack all these 4 sets into one to not misplace your sets, you pack everything in this red, like this plastic folder. Okay, Now, while you are arranging your documents, make sure that this as it is, you copy it and you paste it in a Word file, like all these things, all this checklist things you see here till 22. Like if you are not required, like the masters and degree, what not required, not those, but all those things you required for your application, you copy paste them and put it on a Word document. You take a sticker print of it and then cut it and stick it on the page of every document. Like for this is the application form. So here it is written form 1 application form. You stick that sticker on the right corner here, and same goes for personal statement. Form 2 personal statement, you stick it over here. So like that you should stick a sticker, or if you don't want to take a sticker print, you can use just a normal paper and glue it, but I would say that glue would make the paper like a little bit wet and stuff. So to avoid that, I would suggest that just copy paste this all on a Word document, in a single Word document, in a single page. You can copy them as well, and then give it for a sticker print. Okay, so now we are done with everything. I'll let you all know how to send your documents to embassy and the university, and what is is there a discount and how to send it to university, all that things. So first and foremost, you should use a very reliable courier platform like DHL or some similar things. Like DHL is the most safest, I guess, for at least Indians. So when you are sending it to the embassy, you can send it in the plastic folder, as I said. But for the university track, to recognize it as an application and to get a student discount from DHL, which is like almost half the rate of the actual courier cost to a foreign country. So to achieve that discount, you should send it only in the paper envelope, and for that you can use two legal envelopes, one within one, to make your application more sturdy and in order to avoid damages. But the DHL people will also wrap your application in their different separate plastic. You can give them instructions that these are very important documents for admission purpose and that these documents should not be damaged in any case. So they will put some stickers like maybe critical or like handle with care kind of stickers, and then they will send it accordingly. So you can get a little half price discount from DHL and other like any courier services you go to. So you just have to say that you are a student and you are sending it for application and admissions to a foreign university. So your whatever you write, the address should be like from to. You make a sticker as well of that and paste it on the green envelope that I showed on the upper side. So with your name and the address, you paste it all of these things on the envelope, and then make it clear that it is sent to the university so they can give you the discount directly. I don't know if I was visible throughout because my screen was like this. I was showing the envelope and stuff, and I couldn't see myself because I had opened the application form. But please understand it. If you didn't understand something, put it in the comments. I'll explain it again, like in the reply. But yeah, this was the. I guess this video was really big. Like it is also like 50 minutes something. So this was the video of how to arrange the application form, how to fill the application form, and how should everything work. I'll make one more video on the personal statement and study plan. How should you write? I'll give my personal statement and study plan example. And if you want your personal statement or study plan checked, you can send it to me on Instagram. Again, I'm saying that my Instagram will be linked in the description below. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you all really find this video informative, and if you all like my video, if you all like my efforts in explaining this video, please give a like, comment, share and subscribe, and see you in yet another video, yet another informative video. And yeah, all the best fighting. You all can do it. All the best for all the GKS 2025 applicants. See ya. Bye bye.